Hi, my name is Rina and welcome to another sketchbook tour. I have been plowing through sketchbooks the end of last year, so I have been just aching to flip through another one and get on with other types of content. You know what? Actually, I have another sketchbook almost finished already, but I'm gonna put that off for a while because I don't want my channel to only be sketchbook tours. But yeah, this is my style file marker sketchbook. If you have watched some of my old videos, it's the sketchbook that I drew my logo on, or logo, I don't know, which I used for my openings at my videos before. Like, I drew this and then whoop, new video. But yeah, that was on the back side of this sketchbook. It's an A4 sketchbook for markers. It is not bleed proof, so I haven't drawn on every single page, so that's maybe why it's so quickly filled. I am not like completely finished with this book, so there are some drawings that I'm going to do more with later, but for now they are just as they are, and I just wanted to flip through it and show it and get it over with. Also, if you have seen all my Inktober drawings before, there's a big portion of this sketchbook that might be a little repetitive, but let's just get into it. So this sketchbook was actually started May 2017, but I see here that this is from April, so I actually started it in April, but I think I only drew one drawing in it in April, and then I started for real in May. So this sketchbook is 1 year and 9 months old, I would say, and I've used quite a while to finish it. This first drawing, as you maybe see, is one of my first with markers at all. So, for example, I had no idea how to draw hair, and that's okay. But yeah, it's also a little explicit. Whoops, mind the boob. No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, this was just a drawing that I wanted to do, and I'm gonna go past it now because it's a little embarrassing. The next page, I did what's it called again? Squiggly line challenge or something? Like, oh no, scribble challenge. So I first drew like some scribbles at the top here and then drew the drawing out of that. This was back when I didn't have my Faber-Castell Polychromos, so these are some very cheap pencils. It worked for the time, but I'm happy that I have something better now. So yeah, this was, I wouldn't call it a study because I didn't, it basically is a study, but I copied a drawing of HulloAlice from YouTube because I was so inspired by her drawing back then, and I was not really sure what I wanted to draw myself, so I just wanted to try something. Go check out HulloAlice here in YouTube if you want to see her original, and I'll link that video in this description where she draws her version of this. So yeah, she really inspired me with that one, and I think maybe I've been inspired in more scenarios by her. This was my first drawing after I got my Copic markers, and I had a lot of fun with all these leaves and flowers, and it was just really a great experience drawing with them. And yeah, this was an unfinished drawing that I did with my Copic markers. I wasn't very happy with it, so I just ended up not finishing it. And here is a drawing that I I tried to use a reference picture, one of my first times that I really actually used a reference, and I was quite happy with how this turned out back then. It's still okay, it's just not really my style anymore, I would say. Another drawing made without a reference. I think I used a prompt word, which was grow or growing back then. Here is a very, very quick and bad self-portrait from long ago, August 2017. So it's already been over a year, and yeah. Here, I hate how these pages are like so much white and nothing else, but that's just how I chose to do it this time. This is a study of tree kiddo from I took the picture from Instagram and just tried to copy it. Wasn't very good at that, isn't very good at it still, but working on it. This is from February 2018. So actually there was a 6 months gap between the last page and this page, where I didn't draw in this book at all. Then this, I don't remember actually when I drew it, but it must have been around I think August or September of 2018. It has to be around that time, yeah, because I actually bought the full set of Copics from a private seller, and therefore I wanted to try them out in a drawing where I could use a lot of colors, so I just drew down a bunch of things that I like and enjoy. But what happened is that the Copics disappeared in the mail. So I was like fuming for I think 3 months almost before I got my refund back, because I used so much money on it, but they never came. So that was really frustrating, but the seller was very nice and refunded me, and I think that everything worked out in the end for both of us. I really hope so, at least. It would be really sad if she ended up losing in this case, but yeah. So this never got colored. Maybe I'll do it someday, maybe I don't, but it is a cute little line art piece anyways. Here is the very unofficial separation page for my old drawings and my Inktober's from 2018. I was planning on doing something cool with this page, but I just ended up leaving it as it is. If you've seen all my Inktober drawings before, I'm sorry that I have to repeat this again, but I just wanted to show this sketchbook as a whole. And if you've not seen it, I'm gonna show it anyways, but if you want to see them more speed drawings and see them more in context, just head on over to my videos from October last year. But I'm gonna just go quickly through it and say the prompts and just show you everything. So here the prompt was poisonous, tranquil, roasted, and here you also can see that I actually made a little thumbnail sketch. This one is spell. I'm quite happy with this one actually. This is chicken and drooling, exhausted, star, and why I chose this to portray Star, I don't really know. Then this was Precious, and hair is flowing. I used the official Inktober prompts, by the way. Hair, whoops. Hair is cruel, I don't know how to say that. And whale, guarded, which is one of my absolute favorites from Inktober. I used so much time on this one. So yeah, I'm really happy with it. Here the prompt was clock. Here was weak and angular. Here was the prompt swollen, and this is also kind of a self-portrait from the time I had an infection in my gums, so I just felt very swollen at that time. Here I have a cut-out page, and I'm gonna post a picture of what was in here, but here it was the prompt for bottle. What happened is that I ended up giving away that drawing as a Christmas gift, so that's why it isn't here anymore. Here is the prompt for Scorched, and I hate this drawing. And Breakable, Drain, Expensive, because yes, Copics are expensive. Muddy. This is also one of my favorites from Inktober this year. I just really liked how it turned out. I don't really particularly like her face, but the body and kind of the simplistic style of shading, I really like that. The prompt Chop and Prickly, Stretch, which is also another favorite of mine, except for her hands because they look like, I don't know. The prompt Thunder, Gift, Double, Jolt, and lastly of the Inktober drawings, it's Slice. This one I'm also happy with, but it's not my favorite from this year. So I am loosely planning to join Inktober this year again, but as I've said earlier, I am not quite sure yet if I'm going to be able to, but I really want to, so we'll see how that goes. But now we're continuing on for the sketches from October 31st until the 31st of December. So I used 2 months to just finish off this sketchbook because I really wanted it done. So this is just a sketch that I made for my husband because he wanted to make a Sims 4 roller page for me. I play a lot of The Sims, so and I follow a challenge that is called Random Legacy Challenge, and I wanted to make a page that I can automatically just press roll and it gives me all the outputs that I need for that. So it's just a silly little game page that he made for me, and I designed basically how it was going to look. I'll put a screenshot of how the page looks finished now. So yeah, that's the story behind this sketchbook page. Here's a couple studies. I just watched a Mr. Robot episode and I stopped and just drew what I saw. They're not particularly good. This one doesn't look like the character at all. This one looks like that character a little, but still way far off at the same time. The next page is another Rami Malek drawing study, which looks horrible, but just let it be. Here I was just writing down the colors I needed to follow a Bob Ross tutorial, and here's just a random face sketch from not from reference. A couple of other sketches that are not from reference. This one looks horrible, but I'm quite fond of this one actually. It would be fun to kind of develop it more to fit more my style. I really would like to have the eyes further apart and such, but it would be fun to do something with this still. This was a study of a face I don't remember where I found, and this was I have an app called What to Draw, and it gives me prompts for what to draw, and the prompt here was a depressed one-eyed alien alien clone. I think it says clone. No, alone. A depressed one-eyed alien alone at his birthday party. And that is just what I came up with. This is done just with a ballpoint pen. A couple of just sketches. This is my cat, and this one I just drew without any reference. Also a couple of sketches where I tried to incorporate animal traits, and this one was inspired by Joji's music video for Slow Dancing in the Dark. It's not him, but it is inspired by that video. This is a also very bad study of that music video. I don't really like how this ended up. It doesn't have the likeness that I wanted, but still fun to try out new things. Here I tried to draw a man without reference, and he looks so feminine. And that's totally fine, but that was not what I was going for, so I have to work on my man drawings. And here I just wanted to draw a snail in a very cartoony, simplistic style. And on the topic of snails, I was very inspired by this one. I made this sketch, which I really want to make either a watercolor painting or an oil painting of. And I used the DeviantArt for Senshi stock for the reference for the body, and the snail house just improvised. And I really like this sketch, and I so want to do something with it. Here is just some sketches of some hands, because I want to get better at drawing hands. And I feel like there's such a big difference on drawing hands in this scale and in this scale, because I struggle so much with like small drawings of hands, but big ones are like more manageable for me. So I don't know what to do with that, but I just have to practice, I guess. The next page is a study of 2 pictures that I found on Instagram. Here's I write the handles of the people that I take the pictures from, and this is Rasta Poser and Lina Nushka. just some very pretty faces that I wanted to draw. Here is also a drawing that I did from a reference from Instagram. The handle is @_MissBow. I just thought it was a very cool outfit and I wanted to draw it. Just a silly page of me trying to incorporate animal traits again, totally without reference, and I think that really shows. Here I was playing around with my What to Draw app again, and the prompt was running while listening to the perfect playlist. And I'm quite happy with this one too, but it's just gonna stay as a sketch. Here are some drawings of some feet, because I need to practice that too. And I'm actually very happy with this middle one here. I think I got the shadowing very good on that one. But feet is also something that I really struggle with. I think it's some of the hardest things to draw. This is a child's foot. And I was like, thought it looked like macaroni. But my husband actually saw that it was a child's foot, so maybe there's hope. This was just another, like, I was doing basically gesture drawing, and I ended up just fleshing it out more and drawing some clothes and trying out something new. And I really want to do something with this too. I really liked how it turned out. Here I draw a dog that we were dog sitting just days before New Year's Eve. This is Lucille, and she's a really cute dog. And here she was sleeping beside me on the couch, so just had to draw her. Another page of I don't know why I haven't written down the handle here. Maybe I took the picture from another site, but this was just a study from reference. Here I was doing some gesture drawing, and the photo is taken by Lyman DVM photo. On Instagram. Another study of anatomy. This was from Senshi stock again, and I really wanted to do something with this too. I really like how it turned out, and if I'm just rendering it some more, I think it would be really cool. Maybe change the outfit. We'll see. Oh, I'm so in love with this sketch. I used Pixabay to find some reference pictures, and I found this kid, and it was so adorable, and so I just had to draw it, and I really like the outcome. I need to work on drawing hair, but I really like the face. And just a random eye that I wanted to draw. Some figure sketches, most likely from Senshi stock again. And then I wanted to practice drawing braids, because braids look cool. So that was just some practicing of that. And I also wanted to practice hairstyles, so I tried some different ones, and this one I really like. It's one of my favorite sketches in this whole book, I think. So, yeah. Here I just drew a house that I found on Instagram from the and the handle is Gothic Shack. I actually ended up building this house on Sims also. I really liked it. And also just some practicing drawing noses, because I think that is fun. Another sketch, it is very light, so it's not very easy to see, but basically I wanted to practice drawing the face from a very obscure angle. So this is what I ended up, and I ended up drawing just a whole figure. And then I was like, wow, this looks so like she's soaring up to the heavens. So I ended up adding wings to her. So I really want to make this something more. I think it really looks a little magical, so I think I could make it something cool. But I don't know what yet, and I have to flesh out the idea more. Yeah, from this page I was like figuring out that I don't know how to draw ruffles in clothes, like the creases and stuff like that. So I ended up looking at some references and trying out drawing some fabric. And then for the last page of this sketchbook, I just did some journaling, I guess. I've seen a lot of people do this, and I just wanted to do this as the last page of the year. So this was my New Year's Eve. I had a very, very calm New Year's Eve. Me and my husband were home, and we were comforting our cats that is afraid of fireworks. That's usually how we have ended up spending our New Year's Eves these last years. And yeah, just relaxing, eating some good dinner and eating candy, and me obviously playing some Sims and just having a good time. So here is just some random things that I've written down, and the finishing date of this book, which was 31st December 2018. I know this is a weird way to write a date for some of you, but that's how we do it in Norway. And also I just added in this year's New Year's art resolutions, just so I could go back to remind myself what I want to improve this year. And that's basically it. That's the end of this sketchbook, and I'm just so happy that I actually got 3 sketchbooks filled for the end of the year. I seriously was like, the last 4 days, I was like, I have to fill 4.5 pages in my sketchbook to get it done for New Year's Eve. But I managed to do it, and I'm really proud of myself for that. And after New Year, I have actually been keeping up with sketching every day. I don't think I have I don't think there's one day that I even have not sketched. So I'm really happy about that. I think I am on good way to giving myself some new good habits, and that feels really awesome, and I'm so happy about it. So yep, that concludes this sketchbook, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry that there's a heck of a long video again, because I can't make short videos. But I just really enjoy making these sketchbook flip-throughs. So there's definitely gonna be some of those in 2019 too, but I'm gonna try to not have them so close together, and maybe also take a couple of sketchbooks at a time if I'm so good at filling sketchbooks this year. So we'll see. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you'll have a great weekend and have a great week again, and I hope that I'll see you next week. Bye!